Oh, wait. Hold on. How are we doing? Wait. Come on in the room. Whoa, come on in the room. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. So don't you come on in the room. The tambourine is back. Come on in the room. Whoa, come on in the room. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. I said we got so much to talk about. I said we got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? Come on! As you can see, we got the peanut gallery in the back. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much for being here. Can I just say, I literally am all over the place because I did not know that today was Friday. I thought it was Wednesday. I am so like, my time difference is crazy since I got back from Atlanta. I'm like up really early, going to bed really early. The days are just meshing into each other. I apologize because I thought it was Wednesday. But thank you all so much for being here. We have so much to talk about. I cannot believe what is happening with Atlanta. But let me first say hi to you guys and then we'll get into it. Nisha, thank you so much for the super chat. Nisha, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you so very much. How are you all doing? Shamiko said, night, Nikki in chat. Happy Friday. I am here with my popcorn and Coke waiting on this live. Can't wait to hear you sing and laugh. Love from St. Kitts. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Sarah. Sarah said, hey, Nikki and Star fam, I'm excited to catch this live. Thank you for being here. Meg said, I'm ready for the mess. Child, am I? Greta said, hey, Nikki and Star fam. Hey, Greta. Nisha said, I'm here on a Friday. Thank you, Nikki, for the chat. You're so welcome. Hey, love like you are. Happy Friday. Anthony Troop said, hey, Star family and gorgeous Nikki. Thank you. So honored to be here. Love your incisive take on all things pop culture. Thank you so much. DGF said, greetings from the Motor City. Pride flower pansexual. Yes. Thank you for being here. Sugar Cane said, hey, Nikki and Chat here for the mess. Oh my God, the mess is so sad, guys. I'm heartbroken. PPG said, shaking my shoe tambourine. I know that's right. L Boogie said, hey, y'all, don't mind me. I'm just going to be here in the background trying to make a homework deadline. Homework comes first, but, you know, keep your ear to the chat. Thank you for being here, L Boogie. Love like you are said, rest in peace. Real Housewives of Atlanta, you were so amazing to us in the earlier days, but it's time to set you free. Yeah, I'm just, I'm so upset. Hey, Collie Steve, how are you? Thank you for being here. El Boogie said, hey, Nikki. Hey, Peanut Gallery.
Hey, and I'm not the Peanut Gallery. I am Toya.Star. Thank you for being in the room. Oh, thank you for being in the room. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. So thank you for being in the room.
Skedaddle. Give me shelter said already liked, ma'am, the way I thought my YouTube was broken because I was waiting for you with all this news breaking. Thank you for this live cream. You're so welcome. I'm so sorry. I thought it was Wednesday. Even said, hey, Nikki.Star fam, TGIF. TGIF is right. Naive Evian said, are you going to start with Kenya? You know I am. You know, I'm heartbroken. I am so heartbroken. Hey, Jazzy. You know what? I'm really good. Like, this is the first time in a very long time I like been excited to be back in LA. You know what I mean? Like, normally LA gets on my nerves. This industry is nuts. And I like love to stay in Atlanta because it's just fun, carefree, and I'm surrounded by my people. But when I came out here this time, it's just like a lot of good things happening. So this is a different time. So I'm doing really, really good. And thank you so much for asking. Spency said, hey, Nikki.Star fam, I was in the middle of watching Love Island. Me too. Which one? Are you watching USA or UK? I'm currently watching UK, and my God, today. Girl, Lovey said, thank you for being here, Spency. Lovey said, hey, I'm here. So much to talk about. Too much to talk about. El Boogie said, hey, Toya. Hey. DGF. What is that? Oh, Toya.Star, yes. DGF said, game over. I'm so heartbroken. Give me shelter said, wow, clearly Nikki is a singer. Don't you dare shade my sister. Clearly, Nikki is a singer in the family. Shade.
Oh, I know that the Star family. I thought the
Star family.
I thought the Star family don't allow no shade.
Well, it was fun shade. This was fun shade.
Child. Well, Lauren can sing, and
we're gonna have to get Lauren.Star on here. Hey, Boo Sola. See, Eva said, okay, Toya got vocals. Hey, Adriana. Reality said, hey, Vesper, what's up, bestie? Jazzy Go said, please discuss the whole Real Housewives of Atlanta drama from top to bottom because I am confused. Me too. Adriana said, UK is a hot mess. USA is much better. See, I haven't gotten into USA yet. The reason why I'm starting with the UK is because I get the UK late. Because I'm in America, I watch it on Hulu. So we get it a week after you guys. So I'm just playing catch up right now, but I'll definitely watch USA as well. And then I'll probably do a review for the both of them on Monday. Micah said, hey, Nikki in chat. So sorry to hear about my girl, allegedly. This is so sad. This is so sad. Give me shelter, Toya.Star said, I love Toya. All jokes.
I love you too.
Spency said, I was watching USA, but I've been watching UK too. Mimi and Umar are stunning. Yes. Coco is stunning, though I would vote. Simply Simone is in the building. So now we can start. Metamorphosis said, it's been a while since I've caught a live. Hey, Nikki, hey, Star family. Thank you for being here. Guys, I am so disappointed. We're starting with Atlanta. We're going to start with Atlanta, then we're going to do Real Housewives of New Jersey, and then we're going to end with Dubai. I heard about all of this stuff happening, and I really just thought it was just bloggers being messy, right? And then the news broke on Entertainment Tonight and on The Hollywood Reporter, and I am so disappointed, heartbroken. This is all Cat Williams' fault. I'm telling you, ever since that man did that interview with that D1 Step and Fetch It, we ain't been right. We have not been right. And I am so I'm just so frazzled and just shocked and gagged. My mom was sending me stuff. I'm like, this cannot be true. This cannot not be true. So let's just talk about the whole thing. This is from the Hollywood Reporter. That's for me. The Hollywood Reporter is just credible. They don't post things. The Hollywood Reporter is not gossip. It is entertainment news. They do not post allegedly and hearsay and stuff like this. They have credible sources. So I am just, I'm so upset. So we're going to read the article and then we're going to get into it. This is from the Hollywood Reporter. Kenya Moore suspended indefinitely from the Real Housewives of Atlanta while the season is currently filming their 16th season. Kenya Moore has been suspended indefinitely from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, which is currently filming its 16th season, the Hollywood Reporter has learned. The suspension reportedly came after Moore allegedly displayed posters with explicit images of franchise newcomer Brittany Eady at the grand opening of her Kenya Moore hair spa in Atlanta, Georgia last week. Oh, hold on. Let me put my graphic up. I got graphics. I'm not leaving y'all out. A source told Entertainment Tonight that the photos were allegedly found online. Edie later took to her social media to seemingly address the controversy, writing in part, "It's never a good feeling being targeted or hazed by someone I thought would embrace me into a new circle that I never met." Bravo cameras were also reportedly filming the cast event at the time, with the source telling ET that the network is still reviewing the content Kenya displayed during filming. Following the alleged event Thursday, Moore also posted on Twitter Saturday saying, "I would never engage in revenge porn. I have never distributed private images or footage of anyone, nor solicited images owned by others to use to threaten or blackmail. I have always been vindicated. I can't talk about the story, even with people planning fake news." She also added on her Instagram story, "Believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. The truth always comes to light." It wasn't immediately clear if Moore would return to the show after the incident. She has been with the popular Bravo reality TV since its fifth season in 2012. The Hollywood Reporter has reached out to Moore's rep for additional comment, and they have not heard back as of late. So I was in the live. Thank you so much, Tracy, for sending me Kenya's live, because she posted on her live that she's going to talk about that the accusations are not true, and she's going to talk about it today, which is why I pushed my live back to this time. It was going to be at the same time as Kenya's live, but I thought it was going to be long, so I pushed it to this time. She was literally on there for not even 10 minutes. She was showing her spa, her head spa and her salon, which looks cute. I think I might give it a shot, because I wanted to go to a head spa, but I wanted to go to a black one. No shade. I just do not like being the only one of me in a space. So I've been looking for a black head spa. So I may just go during the holiday season and check it out and see if it's, worth it. Anyway, that aside, she showed the spa. It looked, her salon, it looked really, really nice. She showed the head spa, and she showed one of her workers. And then she sat down and she was saying that, she was talking about how she's a single mother and raising her child and opening up this store for the salon for single mothers to just get away, because it's hard being a single mom. And, she wouldn't want to do anything to, take money away from a Black woman, especially as a single mother who is a Black woman. And, she wouldn't want to take away from anybody else's livelihood. And she hates that somebody else is trying to take away from her livelihood, and just constantly talking about doing what she has to do to financially take care of her and her daughter. And she would hate if somebody would take that away, and don't listen to the rumors or anything like that. I will say, it looked to me that something happened, right? It looked to me that, I don't know if it was a suspension or a reprimanding, but it just did not seem like normal Kenya. She did not seem confident in the way that she was speaking, and I became very concerned. Before I saw the Hollywood the Hollywood Reporter article, I was just like, Kenya, did you really do this? Oh my God. Did you really do this? And then allegedly, the Edie girl was talking about she got a bullet for people who do stuff like that to her. What is going on with the Real Housewives of Atlanta? And then messy Miss Melody, she sent me this from the Neighborhood Talk. This is allegedly the audio that was that someone who was there recorded, so of the incident. So here it is, guys. Oh.
You are paying for all contact. Bringing done escort. There's an IT who saw her emails out of there. She charges $1,400 for appointment. You not only a hoe, you a cheap. You are cheap. You all cover the magazines, being a star. You all cover the magazine. You all of those songs, okay? You over here on Snapchat. Your daddy was like, Snapchat me that pussy and you did.
What is going on? Oh my God. This is the Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is not Baddies, the South edition. I am so like, this is so disappointing. This is so disappointing. And listen, I'm not going to scapegoat the newcomers, but I will say when we talked about the new cast, I was just like, from what I've seen, it seems like they are for a different show. It didn't give the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So if I was going to see anything coming out of this show, I would have definitely thought it would have been the newcomers who would have done something like this. I would have never thought that Kenya would have did something like this. I would have never thought that. Like, you are not a reality TV star. You became a reality TV star, but you were somebody who was legitimized in the entertainment industry before you came to the show. So I don't know, maybe I was just expecting more, but this is just disappointing.
Not to mention, I can't really give any inside information, but I am giving a little inside
We have to come closer so they can hear you all clearly.
I will say, not to give away any information, but if I had to give an inside scoop on NikkiStar TV, it would be, and she really had some good content this season.
She did.
Really, really disappointing because now, if this really is true, they're going to have to cut all of her content.
No.
And that's going to be sad because you guys would have loved her this season. And that's on that.
Exclusive. Oh, this is so disappointing. This is so disappointing. I would have never, like when I heard it, I was just like, oh, this just, I think Kylie Sieb was the first person to send it to me. I was just like, oh, this is just messy. And I just never, it never registered to me that this was like real. And then here comes this Hollywood Reporter article. And I'm like, why would you, that's just so, it's such an amateur move, right? You would never think that a vet, not just a vet on this show, a vet in the industry would do something so careless like that. Like allegedly showing this woman either her escort page or performing some kind of sexual act on someone at your hair salon. Like, if this is an opening for something that you were saying on your live is very special to you and something that is for mothers, single mothers, you know, women who just need a break or women who just needed to be uplifted and catered to. And if this is something that you have put everything in to allow you to get something out of it financially to take care of you and your daughter, why would you be so careless with it? And why would you use this moment, the opening up of something so special to you, so special to other women, and something that is going to give you and your child provision? Why would you soil it with that moment of doing something like that to another woman? It doesn't make sense. It's so disappointing. And I really did not want to believe it. But the Hollywood Reporter would not post something like that had they not had credible sources. Disappointed. Really, really disappointing, Kenya. It's such an amateur move. I really would have thought it would have been the young girls, the new girls, not her. Such an amateur move. What do you guys think? Let's get into it. See, Naive Evian, I don't even think we'll ever know. I don't know if they're going to keep it in the season, if they're going to cut it out of the season, if she's done for. Because if she's fired from the season, they're going to have to make some kind of announcement. Oh my God. Real Housewives of Atlanta is done. Like, what are they going to do without Kenya? I mean, they have Portia, but Portia can't film anything because everything that she owns, Simon bought her. So he has put a cease and desist on everything. She can't show her Rolls Royce. She can't show the home. Like, there's nothing that this woman can do. I just think maybe it's just time for all these housewife shows to go bye-bye. It's just, I will say that both the new girls, they did a TikTok, I believe, and they were just like, we're scared. We thought this was going to be fun. This is not that. So it seems like they were hazed very heavily, which is unfortunate. I hate when they haze. I just think they should let it be organic. You don't have to be mean. I do understand coming together and like not letting somebody who's new to this platform try to play you out of position and protecting the OGs. I get that. But this right here is just low. This is low. That's the thing. I don't know. They said suspended indefinitely. Like, I mean, it could be that it doesn't come back, that she doesn't come back, or that she comes back, after an extended time away. I don't know, but I'm like, she is a pillar of the show at this point. But even the way like she was speaking on that video, it was just like, I don't know. For me, I felt like this is just too low. It's too low for what this show is. I feel like everybody's just lost the plot. Everybody's just lost the plot. This is unfortunate. Amateur, like you are a vet in the industry, not even this show. Why would you do something like that? Even if it wasn't revenge porn, if she posted this woman's escort page, come on. Like, it's just, not only is it not a good look, it's not a smart thing to do, because at the end of the day, they are both at work. They are co-workers. You cannot do, even if the show is messy, you cannot do something like that to your co-worker at your job. Oh, Kenya. Oh, God. Oh, Simply Simone said, when the whole incident broke, I said that this is what happens when people are desperate to keep a check. At example, Vanderpump Rules. Oh my God, this is so disappointing. Micah said, all this craziness, and we're only half the year in, and we still have an election to get through this year is crazy. That's what it is, Love Like You Are. It went too far. It went too far. I would have never done it at my business. For me, I'm thinking about this scene. I'm thinking that if anything popped off, Kenya should have been the one, like, not at my business. This is something that I'm doing for my daughter, not here. Do this somewhere else. Go out in the parking lot or something. You brought the mess to this event? Your own event? That's abnormal. You don't bring mess to your own event. I'm shocked. Lovey said she carefully worded that, which means she did what she did, and that's disgusting behavior. It really is. I don't think there's any coming back from that. Honestly, it's giving Phaedra and Candy. It's giving Phaedra and Candy. It took Phaedra a minute. And the only reason why she was given as much visibility as she was by Andy was because she's his favorite. Like, everybody knows that he loves her and he loves her sons. So he was really forcing her on the viewers. Like, he had her on Watch What Happens Live all the time. And then I guarantee you he got her that Peacock job. The Peacock job on Traders, which really helped repair her image. So she may have to go the way of Phaedra and disappear for a minute and then come back later on another show. This is very unfortunate. Give Me Shelter said, Kenya made me mad with that live. Sass. Like, get on with it. And just like that, it was over. Yeah. That's unfortunate because I thought that she was going to give some details, but she was just really going on about providing for her child. And I'm like, oh, so you must have really lost this easy check. This check is so easy. I don't know why these women make it so hard. I was like, okay, thank you, give me shelter. I got it. Kayla said, I don't know Edie, but Kenya has always given me mean girl. So I believe she was hating the new girls. Oh, of course. I just think she took it too far. She said in her Carlos King interview that she didn't like that the newbies don't have to prove themselves. Yep, I watched that too. Sippy Simone said, well, go ahead and shut down production because Bravo ain't having another loss. Yo, I didn't even think about that. That scene could never make it to air. Oh my God. I would be so, if I was all those ladies, I would be so mad at Kenya. This ruined the season. Hey, Mama Star said Kenya did what they said she did. Kenya thinks she is the top dog this season, and they let her know that she is not that girl. But when it comes to something like this, they have to put their foot down, favorite or not. And they deflated her bubble, period. Mama Star. Love and Hip Hop, Baddies, Bad Girls Club, Locked Up Abroad. Like, what was this stunt? It's so low and so beneath this show. Sunshine Avenue said, why are we blaming the newbies for Kenya's vile behavior? I don't think I said anything about their blaming the newbies. What I did say was that this was a rookie move. Georgia Peach 777777777 said she totally didn't anticipate that audio being released. I don't know how she didn't. With all the leaks coming out of this season, how didn't she expect that? And it seemed like it was a full audience for that stunt because the way people were gasping. Shed Pearl said it's giving Bad and Bougie or whatever that flop Carlos King show was called. I forgot about that show. It came and went, didn't it? It came and went. NC said the Real Housewives of Atlanta has officially jumped the shark. Sure has. Mama Star said, Mama Star is here and I'm not messy. I give facts, Nikki.Star. You do, Mama. You do. Sippy Timon said, okay, Toya Star with the T. Micah said, are we surprised that about the baddie similarity? They brought back Portia. Need I say more? But Portia wasn't in this. It was Kenya. I'm telling you, if it was Portia, I would have been like, it's Kenya. Like a vet in the industry. She knows better. Toya, mommy said, not Toya Star. No, Toya Star is trying to be Mama Star.
No, excuse me.
Me too, Petty Boob. I wanted it to be a lie. I didn't believe it at first. I just thought it was like a blogger being messy.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Eva said, I thought it was just made up to get hype for this season. Yep. Naive Evian said they should scrap the season. I feel like this is a dumpster fire that would not end well. It might be like Potomac's last season viewership wise. Probably. He needs to. I don't know. I don't know if I was reading a thread on Twitter or if I was watching a YouTube video about this. It has blanked my mind, and whoever this was, I apologize. But I think it was a YouTube. I think it was a Twitter thread, and they were talking about how the Real Housewives of Atlanta is Nene Leakes. Like it just is. Just like the Real Housewives of New Jersey is Teresa. There were certain shows that were just built around a character, and you cannot think of that show without thinking about that character. And I don't know what their beef is. I don't know what their issues are. I don't know what happened with that lawsuit, but they need to bury the hatchet and get this show back where it needs to be. And they just have to bring her back. She has to be restricted. Nene was fun in the beginning. She got a little too high and lifted up and got very nasty, but maybe she was just going through a lot because her husband was sick. Things were happening in her life. So she was probably in a different space. I think she's a lot better now, right? And I think it would benefit this show to bring her back or just let Atlanta go, because I don't know what the hell is going on over there. But this, whatever they're doing, it's not working. It's just not working. And this is what happens when you build your show around a character. that character cannot leave because something, the shift, just it could work or it could not. And this was a gamble they made, and it's just not working. I have no idea. I mean, they just started filming, so maybe, or I don't know if they're going to cut her out of the season. This is just crazy. Georgia Peach said, Kenya is nasty like that, especially to other women to gain leverage to be seen as she is better. But she was doing so good the last few seasons. She was doing really good. So Steph said, I'm glad I caught this live. I feel down today. Oh, so Steph. Well, I hope we can lift you up, sis. Thank you for being here. Reality said, we need to talk about Lunel calling out. My mom loves Nell. I told you, Mom, that woman is messy. Paula Girl said all those questions, but evidence is pointing towards Kenya, unfortunately. Yep. She was doing good, guys. I thought that Kenya was really, really showing up, and I really thought that her and Portia were going to be, Portia and Cynthia were going to be pillars this season. I don't know what is going on now. Callie C, thank you for the super chat. Callie C said, I heard it wasn't the picture, but what she said about her being an escort. Also, they are investigating how much the producers knew in advance. Yikes. Thank you, Callie Steve. This just got me thinking. Could this lead to a removal of a production? Is it that intense? Because if it is,
please do not send me in the crazy.
Hallelujah. It's time. It's time. We need to give this show to Kinetic. Is it Kinetic? Oh, no, we don't. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Who can we give it to? I like them. They do good with Love at the Lockup. Okay. Petty as Betty said, it's not what you think it is. The Color Me Pink channel has the actual image, and it ain't revenge porn at all. Color Me Pink, she be getting some tea. Okay, so do we know what it was? Like, Kylie Steve is saying it's her saying that she was an escort. That's bad. That's bad. Even still. Petty as Betty said, no sex acts at all. Okay. Black Tornado said, low and not smart at all. You think Atlanta will be canceled before Orange County? Ain't that a mess? A mess. Rajendra Starks, what's up, said, until they do right by Nene, no house they built will stand. It seems like it. Kayla said, maybe the cash shakeup made Kenya nervous. Maybe insecurities got to her, and she felt like if she didn't do something drastic, we would find her boring. This is the thing. If you're an OG and set up as a pillar of a season, you don't have to do much. She could have really just sat back and enjoyed like a mother hen position and let the new girls who are hungry and need to prove themselves really lead out in the mess. Her and Portia don't need to be involved in that. This is sad. Shed Pearl said, Simon brought those veneers. Portia can't show her teeth on the show. My God, today. Miss Melly said, Portia needs to get her storyline from Dennis because Simon is not letting her shoot any scenes. That's crazy. That is crazy how he's really handicapping her on this show. Mommy said, don't understand the point of this. At the very least, it would be slut-shaming the lady. I don't think that would go over well either. Which is why I think it was something a bit more intense, because if the Hollywood Reporter is reporting that she was suspended indefinitely, something happened. Simply Simone said, Entertainment Tonight says the cast is still filming. NBC better get production together because this is not a storyline anyone will be here for at all. Me too. Here's the thing. Spency said, I hope no videos of hers get leaks. It makes me sad for her. Me too. And here's why. I think we talked about this a long time ago. I don't like when women on these shows try to slut shame another woman. Knowing how this industry works, a lot of women start off as escorts, right? And they, luck up and become the main chick of a really famous guy or a really powerful man in the industry and become an Oscar-winning actress. that's the casting couch is not a joke. It's a real thing. So I hate when they try to do that to another woman when I'm just like, that's the industry, mama. Like a lot of, very visible stars today started out that way. It's an unspoken like come up, but that's what it is. Like a lot of influencers, a lot of these, basketball wives and really popular rapper girlfriends. A lot of these, or entertainer girlfriends, a lot of these women started off escorting. And to try to down another woman for doing it, I'm just like, your resume has to be clean as well. And I don't think a lot of women have clean resumes in this industry. If you see them not working, they probably got a clean resume. But it's just like, I just feel like it's so common in this industry. So to try to like, shame another woman for doing something that is very common is just bonkers to me. She said, I feel like it's really RP? If she already broadcasted that thing around WW, she, what are you saying? Polymer Girl said, too far, no excuses, no explanation. Yeah. Naturally Mars said, do we know what caused Kenya to pop up? No idea. I'm shocked. I watched her live hoping that she would explain something. She didn't explain anything. So we're just going to have to like listen to these bloggers leak all kind of stuff and then see what the season looks like. And maybe Brittany might say something, but I'm like, this is crazy. But if Kenya is suspended and the show is investigating, Brittany can't say anything. So we will not, I don't know if we'll ever really get the truth. The Optic said Nene did say Kenya would be the downfall, but that's when they were beefing. That's when they were beefing. It might be time to pack it up. And that's so disappointing. She said she probably should have hired a broke felon to do it, LOL. I mean, if you want to be low down, do it correctly. Yes, do it like everybody else does and hire somebody else to do it. Do it like, what is her name? Kyle Richards. Hire Teddy. Kyle brought Teddy on the show to do her dirty work. And she's still on the show. And Teddy is trying her best to become a day player on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Petty as Betty said, I promise you are getting too far ahead. It's not revenge porn. And it's something the girl had posted herself. I don't know, y'all. See, that's the thing. Even if it's not that, it had to be something for it to be taken this serious. So who knows? It could be what was said. It could be what was shown and not filmed. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. But I know, with lawsuits and things like that, and the culture starting to change in the entertainment industry, Bravo has to take everything seriously. Naive Evian said they need to give the Housewives a break for a few years and bring back new girls like Miami. I agree, actually. I agree. Georgia P said, I really think she wanted to make sure that her salon would be shown this season. There was not enough drama during last season for her salon to get coverage and airtime. But this is a thing. I don't think the salon was ready. Remember we talked about that lady at her big age going around the salon and she filming and saying, oh, it's not open. She lying. Why do you care? That was just weird to me. Yeah, she was discussing the blogger that was going after her salon. I think she was talking about the ATLian girl because she was the one who first broke it, I believe. Naturally, Mars said, I want to know the actual T. Kenya is probably waiting for Bravo to make a decision. Yeah. This is tough. This is tough. Anthony Troop said, I'm shocked no one in her camp said stop paper time. No one. Yeah, I don't know. That's just bad. NC said, Kenya's always been a jerk, putting a blowhorn in Portia's face, pulled out Kim F's chair. I didn't like how she treated Kim Fields. That still sticks with me. It was bullying. Brought the cookie lady, nasty work, and the list goes on and on. I agree. She has not had great moments, but she was doing better, guys. She was doing better. CM said if they kept the same energy, most of Jersey would be going after the Danielle stuff. Absolutely. Black Gal said this might as well kept my girl. They might as well kept my girl Marlo. She would have went that low. Kim Michelle said it felt like a desperate move. Clearly, Kenya couldn't handle being a lead. So disappointing. I'm just shocked. Juicy said, girl, Kenya is going to have to humble that wig and make something happen. I'm just, Kenya, girl, right? Oh my goodness. Shad Pearl said, although it's no excuse for her behavior, Greg was dying when Nene was wilding out. Yeah, that's what I think. I think she was just going through a lot. And then her son got sick. She was just, it was something after something. I feel like she's in a much better place now. And will probably be good TV. If I was Nene, I would go to Traders for a season and see how, if she can do a season of Traders and then slowly work your way. That'll, be a way to catapult you back into the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Because I think she is needed over there. Give me shelter step. By the way, Nikki, clips from the last live ended up on Twitter. People were loving your takes. Yeah. One of you guys told me in another live, and I freaked out because I didn't know if it was good. Because, Twitter is not regulated like it used to be. So it's like an alt-right hell over there. So I was a little nervous, but the feedback has been really good. Really, really good. So to whoever shared it over there, thank you. I'm no longer upset. Yes, please feel better, so Steph. She did. She took Kendrick's lyrics to heart. Mama Star said Nene Leakes is a superstar right now, and I don't think bringing her back will solve the problem. Nene is not the same girl from the beginning. We can never get that Nene back. You are right, Mama Star. The Nicholas Express said, Nikki, what I think the best production for Real Housewives of Atlanta would be Evolution. Oh, or Purveyor of Pop. Oh, you know what? I want Purveyor of Pop. If they do Miami, I want Purveyor of Pop. Thank you so much, Busola, for the super sticker. All right, I'm going to get a few more, and then we're going to get into Dubai. Oh, did you send it already? Petty is Betty? Let's see. Oh, okay. Also, she just shared a picture of Brittany. Huh. So what was she saying? Thank you, Petty's Betty. It's just a picture. It's nothing illicit. I wonder what happened. Because that is a suspension is not, that's not a small feat, right? That's a really big deal, especially a suspension during the season when you are a lead. That's huge. We don't know, but we do know it was confirmed by Hollywood Reporter and Entertainment Tonight that she is suspended indefinitely. Palaver Girl said Georgia law statute includes fictional depictions of porn-like pics. So long as intent is to attack the victim, it doesn't matter. Ooh, ciao. The Queen said, you don't come for Kenya and will never let you go free. But this is the thing. What happened between them that was so bad for her to do something like that? And that's your event, no less. That's crazy. LeBrad C said, why isn't there much talk of what Britt allegedly said to Kenya? Well, because obviously it wasn't bad because she's not suspended. So that's my thing. I'm like, if Kenya was the one that got suspended, and if not only was she suspended, you have to understand Kenya is a pillar of Real Housewives of Atlanta and of this season. So for them to suspend her, it had to be something really foul. Really, really, really foul. We're going to know how foul it is when we watch the season to see if she's either back or if her scenes are cut. That's crazy. You started out started out this season not only as a lead but a pillar, and you might be dropped down a friend of the show. They might pick Cynthia up, make Cynthia a pillar, and take her down as a friend of the show. Crazy. Give me shelter stay. Y'all think Crystal Minkoff was a working girl before she met her geriatric husband? Listen, all we know is that if she was, it worked out for her. Kayla said, people are calling Edie out on being an insurance scammer like Kenya. There were cleaner things to come at her for. Yes. Spency said, it's so odd to slut shame, especially with being an escort. She obviously felt like that was the best choice for her. That's her business only, or any sex worker's business. Yep. Like, remember when, no shade to those women, but when the Diddy court filings, people were reading them out and learning that there were, several women who people were shocked were escorts. And I'm like, you never see this woman going to a job, but you always see her on a private jet. What do you think she's doing? Instagram ain't paying that much, y'all. Instagram ain't paying that much. Your favorite influencer never clocks in, but she got a Birkin. Let's turn it on. Micah said, didn't Mia kept making her past sound more influential than it was? All her names for it at the end of the day made it sound like she was an escort. As far as Ashley, I'm speculating. Guys, prostitution is a well-known job in wealthy spaces. It was on poster boards. Okay. Who send me some stuff, y'all. If y'all got it, let me know. Let me know. This is crazy. This is crazy. OMG. She might. And because she was cut from the show, she might actually overperform. Naive Evian said, unfortunately, the only thing that could elicit a response like this would only have to be about her daughter. I would react like this if it had to do with my child. I don't know if we're ever going to find out, guys. Why would she's good? She by Sheree joggers. We don't like her. Well, don't worry, just John. You're right on time. We just talked about the Kenya debacle. We're about to get into Dubai. So Steph said there's a very popular Black UK influencer. OMG. Listen, it's crazier when you see it in real time. Because I think because of film and TV, you were thinking that escorts and working girls look a certain way. No, they look very wealthy. You would never think. They look very wealthy, especially if they're a model. Nobody's making that kind of money modeling. Absolutely not. Model, she's a working girl. She's a working girl. It ain't nothing wrong with it. If you don't want women to be working girls, then pay us as much as you pay men. Period. Spency said, major sidebar, but Birkins usually calls $4K. I thought they started off at like $20K, right? And don't you have to be on a list to get one? No shade to anybody who has a Birkin. Those bags, in my opinion, are hideous. I'm just like, what in the mid-sized tote? I don't get it. Just Jonathan says, so many of these women are living that escort life. They aren't being flued out for nothing. These old pervs aren't desperate for party girls that bad. Yeah, it is what it is. It's the industry. So Steph said, they said that she had to pick up Britney performing, or that's what I heard in the beginning. And I heard the leaked audio saying she's an escort and so much as she charged allegedly. She was saying that she Snapchat her coochie to somebody. This is the thing. Now, did she get suspended because she told somebody's real business? Oh, Lord. Kayla said, I have to admit it. I was one of those people shocked the escorts in the Diddy lawsuit. Listen, it's an expensive industry. And these men will pay a lot of money. But listen, if you're lucky, you can get them caught up. A lot of these men fall in love with these women and, make them an honest woman. Micah said, oh, God, please no, Sheree. Don't you get tired of the poser? She would show up. Palaver Girl said, I mean, for the sake of her daughter, King, you should stop talking. This is not going to end well. Oh, $13K. Okay. Thank you for that. Oh, no. Smitty said they cost $20K, but back when sex and it's, oh, okay. Still not worth it, in my opinion. Nunny Love said after Candy left, Kenya was the longest running housewife on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She probably felt untouchable this season with the newbies, but karma happened. That's so crazy. Jess Jordan said, I know regular runaway cousins being flown out. They've been doing it for years. Those sneakers for the first day of school for kiddos ain't cheap. Yeah, it's not really that big of a deal. It's a job. Sophia Darling said, I thought revenge porn was supposed to be non-prostitutes being on camera unknowingly, and then the guy puts it online to spread it after a breakup or whatever. No, you can use it to try to harm somebody in a way of sharing something that they've done, even if they sent it to somebody and you're not the person that's showing it. They didn't consent to you showing that image. I don't think that this is what this is, but something happened for it to for this to be the outcome, and it's unfortunate. Very disappointed, Kenya. Very, very disappointed in you. Let me make sure I got all of my super chats. I did. All right, let's move on to Dubai. Dubai, we got to do something. Y'all are bringing the fashions. I love it. Y'all are bringing the money. I love it. The storylines are already boring. And it's episode 2. Shout out to Marshalls. Was this Marshalls or TJ Maxx? I was watching Jaredika Macia. I was watching her vlog, and she got this. And she got it from, I think, Home Goods. Yes, I got it from Home Goods. As soon as she said Home Goods, baby, I shook my keys, hopped in my car, and I went right to Home Goods and found it. I love it. It's a knockoff of that really popular one. I don't know what it is, but I was never paying $50 for a cup. Was never going to happen. Let's get into Dubai. So listen, like I said, Dubai, y'all got to give something. We're episode 2. I'm concerned for y'all. I am concerned for y'all. I do want to talk about this though, because I am still on Sarah's side concerning this Ayan thing. Well, not on her side. I have a different perspective from both. So Sarah was saying to Ayan, she clarified, and I'm glad that they sat down and clarified their beef. She was saying that not that what happened to her was right, but what she was saying that because of what happened to you, it is not an excuse for you to treat others poorly. That's what Sarah was saying, in my opinion. Now, I take issue with Sarah constantly calling Ayan a victim because of the way that she was saying it, as if she allowed these things to happen to her. Like, I don't think that's what she meant, but the way that she was saying it, she wasn't saying it in a place of remorse. She was saying it in a way to like talk about her and drag her. And I'm just like, she revealed something really harmful and traumatic that happened to her. There's no way that you can use that as a way to check her where Sarah will look good, in my opinion. I think that Sarah's probably just a very tough girl and does not know how to speak with compassion. Even when she's speaking about like the healing journey stuff, it's something about it that comes off very condescending, very elitist in a way. Because when she sits down with Ayan, she tells her, well, I want you to know that you're not a victim. And if you ever feel, like you are a victim, look at this angel and just know that this is who you are. And this is how I see you, not as a victim. You're this angel statue that I gave you. Something about it was just like, I don't know if she can't connect in that way, but something about it just didn't sit right with me, just how she was speaking to her. Now, Ayan ate it up. She ate it up. She accepted the apology if there was one, right? With Sarah, you don't really know if it's an apology. With Sarah, it's just like, well, I'm sorry that you felt that way. No. That's not an apology. Like there's there's something going on. I can't put my finger on it yet, but the way that she speaks to these women, especially Ayan, and Ayan don't catch it, but I catch it. And I can't put my finger on it yet, but I'm gonna keep on watching this season and I'm gonna find it. But I'm glad that these two were able to move forward. And I hope that Ayan is a bit more careful about who she shares these intimate moments with. I think that conversation that she had about her issues and her abuse, I think that's a better conversation for Lisa, because she will give you the shoulder to cry on and the sympathy that you need. Sarah's just not that girl, and she'll never be the sympathetic girl. And she also said this, when she ever said you're not a victim anymore. This is not who you are. And as a way, and I'm sorry, but the way she said it just made it seem like that Ayan was holding on to being a victim or identifying with being a victim. You never are not what happened to you, right? You become a form of yourself after that trauma, right? And that abuse. But that is still a part of her. And it's nothing for her to feel bad about. It's the person who traumatized her, the person who harmed her, and the people who allowed it. They should feel bad, not her. She had to become a different person because of that. But there's nothing wrong with her identifying with what happened to her and moving differently according to what happened to her. Like the way she was speaking made me feel like she wanted Ayan to stop saying that she was a victim or to be like, just get over what happened to you. And that's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. She was abused in her formidable years. That is never going to leave her. Now, how she moves throughout life and reacts to certain triggering moments, that's on her as the adult to do better. But what happened to her happened to her. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not a problem that she has to fix. Now, the after effects, that's what she has to work on. But it just felt like Sarah was just like, telling her to get over it. She's never going to get over it. It's a part of who she is. I don't understand. I just don't get what's going on with her. And in the trailer, it doesn't seem like they're going to let us know this season what's going on with her. But something is happening. Something is happening. When we met Brooks the first season, she didn't get mean until the end, right? Until she was got into a confrontation. Now, she is just like Ike Turner on meth. It's insane how angry she is. It's not normal. Something is going on. The way she is fixating on Stansbury is very weird. Very, very weird. Stansbury is not my fave. She's doing a lot better this season. She's not as nasty. She's not, saying terrible things and saying, oh, it's just British humor. She's really, working on being a good person in this group. Why the hell does Brooks have a problem with her? I don't see it. I don't know what she has done to piss her off like this. And it's so crazy that she keeps on bringing up, what's her name? Talene, who don't have a problem anymore. Talene was telling Brooks, I'm good with her. We don't have an issue, because when they all sat down together, they were, Brooks was telling Stansbury that, she had an issue, but she wants to get back to where they were. And I was like, oh, great, a resolution. But then she just got nasty all over again. And she was just like, oh, you're talking about my friend. And Talene was like, well, we've moved on. I'm okay. Then she snaps at Talene and she's like, oh, you don't know her, girlfriend. You don't know her. What's going on? She's drinking like a fish, drunk in every scene. They're holding her up. Her friend is telling her to pipe down. She's snapping at everything. Oh, are you going to talk about my friend's coochie? Whoa, you just got here. Something is happening with Brooks. And I think it's going to be very irresponsible if this show does not talk about it on the season or at the reunion. But something is happening here. Her behavior is abnormal, even for her. something is going on. I feel like Talene, the bestie, she knows, but she's being a good friend and she's not saying anything. But when Brooke starts going off, she just puts her hand on her friend's knee and just something is happening. And this show better give us the tea, a little crumb or something, because this is weird. It's not. I got to be honest. It's not fun watching her. It's not fun watching her because Stansberry is also, you know, she's not. She don't give me that she's a fighter, and you know what I mean. So she looked a little scared whenever, you know, Brooke starts going off. She didn't even want to talk to her, and her husband, what's his name? Sassy Mauricio. He was like, no, I don't want her to be by herself with her. And listen, I get it, because Brooks just seems very unhinged. This is weird. Carolyn did not want to sit down with her. She was like, oh, I only want a resolution. Are we going to be nice? And I'm fine with her asking that question, because the way Brooks was acting at her friend's house was a little messy. Speaking of Talene, you let us know your husband got money. Why was y'all having a party in your house? When they started setting up the tables in her living room with that middle class kitchen, what is going on? Because you let us know that your husband's family basically built Dubai. What? I need something else. I need something grander from you, because the way you explained your coin, it's not adding up. I'm like, oh, the event is in your living room? You're not buying like a spinning crystal ball to like host this party in? What's going on, Leanie? What is going on? Season 2, she started the makeup line. And there it is. The girls are taking notes. The girls are taking notes. Season 2, she's taking us through the process of her makeup line. Season 2, Brooks opened up a salon and showed us how it's working and who her celebrity clients are. Season 1 and 2, Homegirl showed us her clothing line, and now she's showing us how she's going to expand it. This is what you should be doing. This is what you housewives should be doing. The girls are taking notes. They got the money. They got the fashion. They are hawking their products to the audience on season 2. We just got to get a little better with the storylines. They're a little... Now, Lisa, I love the fact that she's introducing her mother and saying that, you know, in her culture, the grandparents help raise the kids, and a majority of the time you're around your grandparents, which is why that's normal for my culture as well. Black American, that's normal for us. So it seems like it's normal for us globally, right? So I am always just like, when I see like a Black person that doesn't have like those foundational understanding of like Blackness and how to move through this world as a Black person, I'm always like, were you not raised by your grandmother? Like, did she not babysit you? How do you not know these things? Your grandmother didn't teach you the game when she was babysitting you. So I love that Lisa introduced that, because that is very normal. That's very identifiable within the Black diaspora, right? My only issue is that it's just, it's identifiable. I get it. I relate to it. It's not grasping me. None of y'all got me yet. We need something. We got to stir something up, because the only person who is stirring something up is Brooks, and it's scary. I don't want what she's stirring. I don't want none of that. So we got to mix something up. We got to get something, ladies. I don't want to see y'all go, but I'm concerned because the way they are handing out pink slips at Bravo, child, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on at Bravo. It's giving eviction. What is happening there? I feel like, guys, we talked about this. Remember when I was like, because Peacock is doing very well. Remember, I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if they get rid of Bravo and just merge everything over into Peacock. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if just Bravo goes and it just becomes, and Peacock just becomes NBC's baby. Because what the hell is going on at Bravo? The shows are being put on pause. People are getting fired left and right. It's giving eviction, y'all. It's giving eviction. That's all I want to talk about. Sarah, when are we going to introduce this black man that you're dating? Like, let's bring that in, because that was the only thing that really, got my attention in the trailer. Because the ladies was just like, he's dating Sarah. Let's bring that in. Let's bring in that cat brother and spice something up, because this season I'm concerned. I know it's episode 2, but I'm like, it gotta get better than this. It gotta get better than this. That's all I have to say about them. What do you guys have to say? Let's get into it. Oh yes, it is giving Marisol. Por favor. Ay, mami. Thank you. It's so pretty in like the natural sun. It's so pretty. Like the sun was setting, and it would like the sun like hit my little sparkly tumbler, and my living room just glistened, lit up like a disco ball. I loved it. She does, Cameron. Good taste. I wanted it Burlington. I need to go there. Is there a Burlington? Damn it, it's a Burlington in Atlanta, and I went in there once. It was a nightmare. Burlington Coat Factory. Is it the Coat Factory anymore? The Burlington I know was the Burlington Coat Factory, and it was a lot different when I was a kid. This Burlington now, very scary. But I saw the pink one in Home Goods, but like it seemed like some kid had like ate the jewels off of it. So I ended up getting that one, but I really wanted the pink one. Noni Love said they may decide to keep Kenya out this season with only 3 weeks of filming. So, oh God, that's so sad. That's so sad. Give Me Shelter said, I wondered if the Real Housewives of Dubai would do better on another network as a lifestyle show, because I think Bravo watchers want 2012 chaotic housewives energy. Here's the thing. When Dubai was first announced, I remember we chatted about it on one of my lives, and we were all very concerned because it's Dubai. They can't get a little gutter like some of the housewives shows. So we were just like, what are they going to show us? And so far nothing. So far, I mean, they show fashions, they've shown wealth, but I think if they're not going to give us drama, they have got to give us fabulous trips. They need to, season 3, they need to be traveling everywhere. And here's the thing, with a girls trip, some mess gonna pop off. People gonna click up. Somebody's gonna bring home a guy. Other people's like, we don't bring men home. Like something is going to pop off on the girls trip. That's what they need to do. They need to spend as much time out of Dubai as they can. We have to see these ladies on extravagant girls trips, on yachts, on private jets that go from the sea to the air. We need to see like extravagant things that we would never see. And you guys are taking, pulling back the wealthy curtain and showing us poors what life is like there. Like, y'all have to give us more wealth than you have been giving, because it's not enough. And we need to see fabulous trips. We need to see your celebrity friends. We need to see one of y'all out there dipping in and doing it. I don't know if it could be Brooks. The way she talks to women, my God, today, how's she gonna talk to a man? I don't know if that's gonna work. Child. She got 2 kids. Z said, I'm behind on the live. I just think it's weird that people keep saying, well, what did she say for Kenya to do this? I wish people would stop letting their stand-up affect their morals. Revenge corn is wrong. Absolutely agree. I do think that people were just like, what? I think that some people were saying, what actually happened for this to happen, because for a lot of us, myself included, this is so abnormal for Kenya. Like, this is like so low. I'm like, what the hell actually happened? But I do absolutely agree with you. Like, remove the fandom and look at this through a clear lens. If something terrible had to have happened for Kenya to be the only one to be suspended. A mess. She Got Too Deep Kids C also said, the way everyone reacts about what Phaedra did, I'm surprised people aren't comparing. Oh, I did. You're catching up, but I did make that comparison. You have to be real deep into the love and hip hop trenches to get this. Maybe Brooks thinks Stansberry raps like Shorty Low. Candace said, unpopular opinion, I think the Real Housewives franchise may have run its course. Yeah, I agree. I hate that though. We had some good moments. But I agree. I think this might be it. In reality TV in general, because as someone who works in the industry, baby, it's dying. Oh, entertainment is done. That's why everybody is shocked that Bad Boys did so well, because it's a dying industry. So to have a movie do $1 billion, people are like, oh, there's still hope. There's still some life. I think this may be the end of reality TV. Jess Jana said, it was never fun watching Brooks. She always has given over the top, trying too hard to be in charge of the girls. She also took extra care to distance herself from the Black girls. Yes. Still to this day. Like, for what? Dazen said, I'm sorry, but being a single mom, 35 and younger, it's definitely different than being single and established mom at 50 plus. I agree. Did somebody say something about that? NC said, it will be interesting to see what leads to Brooks and Talene fallout and how it plays out, being that in the trailer we see her husband versus Brooks. I think what happens is, this is what I think is what happened. Talene is probably having pillow talk with her husband about how Brooks is making the filming of the show for her very hard by keeping her in beefs that she wants nothing to do with. And I think Talene is going to not get close, but be very friendly with Stansberry. And it's going to piss off Brooks because she inserted herself in their beef, made it her problem, and then Talene moved on. So she's going to feel like Talene was not loyal to her and start beefing with her friend. And that's why Brooks and Talene's husband is probably going to get into it, because Talene won't tell Brooks because of what she knows is happening with her. And also because she's such a hothead, right? But she's pillow talking with her husband, who's getting sick of his wife being mistreated. So he's going to say something to Brooks, and them two are going to get into it. It has everything to do with what's happening right now. At this point, what is going on over there? Just Childa said, I like my housewives just being about rich women doing rich-ish. The Real Housewives of New York were the perfect example. I'm good without the fake drama. Real friends don't fight and have issues all the time. Absolutely. Jazzy Go said, what is the new Roni returning? Sai had another hot take in a radio show, blowing down on a new castmate. It never ends with her. Again, I told y'all a year before that show premiered, she was going to be very polarizing because of her YouTube show. Yikes. The Optic said, but Nikki.Star, I laughed at almost every scene of The Real Housewives of Dubai. Who can take Chanel seriously as she dresses a peacock? Sarah cosplaying a spiritualist while talking down to everyone is comedic. You nailed it. She's so Miss Spiritual, but she's also like an elitist. And she acts like she isn't. Oh, no, I don't care. I'm not going to Beyonce. You act like you're not an elitist, but you are. You are, Sarah. Nisha said, I still haven't watched the new season of Dubai yet. Why wait 2 years for the next season? Boring. I'll try this season. Yeah, I think that was their fault for waiting 2 years to give us a new season. The Opti said, Brooks is showing us what wealth or what riches can do. I agree with you. Is only my gripe about Brooks is that she goes from 0 to 100. Yeah, quick. It's like nothing happened. Like the way she was talking about Caroline, calling her all kinds of names. Everybody was just like, okay, calm down. It's not that serious. Something is going on. NC said, I wonder if production told Brooks to amp up the antics because nothing was really happening during filming. I say that because she's coming off as performative and scary. Maybe it's the contacts. Something is not right. No, I can't. I have to hand wash it because, and I'm glad that I found that out. And the only reason why I was able to find that out is because I saw another one where it seems like somebody was like peeling these off. And I think you can kind of see it right here a bit where they can come off. So I'm going to go to Joann's and get some extra, some rhinestones like this and put them on here. But I feel like too much water, this will come off because of, I don't think the glue is as, good as it should be. But I don't care. It sparkles. Black Tornado said, reality shows can only do 2 seasons. Then they figure out the formula to game it for clout. Yeah. So yeah, that's why I said give them another season. Season 3, though, we need to be doing some fun traveling. I'm going to end here with Jasmine, and then we're going to get into the Real Housewives of New York. Oh, I'm one greasy mother sucker, but my esthetician said that's good. She was like, you want the oils. You want the oils. Jasmine said, Brooks has to slow down. It's not going to end well. Hey, Nikki, are you doing inmate to roommate? Oh, what channel is that on? One of you guys sent me a clip, but I don't know what channel it's on. Let me know, because y'all know I'm getting rid of them streaming services. The only reason why I still have Netflix is because I'm waiting for my show to come out. After I watch my show, let's move on to Jersey. So I watched an interview recently with Andy Cohen, and he was, I don't know where he was at. He was talking to his interviewer. First of all, I don't know if he had Covisha, but the way he was coughing, he could not get through that interview. Like every sentence he was coughing. Props to that interviewer, because I would have been like, it's okay, Andy, you can go. The way that man was coughing was very concerning. They had to give him a Ricola. He was coughing so damn much. Anyway, she asked him about a lot of shows, and one of the shows she asked him about was the Real Housewives of New Jersey, about what's going on there. He's just like, oh, everybody is speculating, and no decisions have been made. But one thing he did say is that Melissa and Teresa, there is no moving forward with them. And when you can't get a resolution, you get the firing. So I think somebody's fired. Somebody's fired. I can't see them firing Teresa and keeping Melissa. So I think if anything, they're either going to drop Melissa down, a friend of the show, or get rid of her altogether, or reboot the entire show. Ciao. Very interesting. Let's talk about Jackie. She's playing a long game, right? Jackie, we haven't seen her film with Melissa or Marge yet, right? We've only seen Jackie in group scenes, and when we've seen her in individual scenes, she is with Teresa. So in this scene, she's at Teresa's home, and they are. She was at Teresa's home, and Jackie was just like, "Oh, I'm having so much fun with you and Jen. I feel so much closer to you guys." I don't believe that for 1 second. I think that Jackie is playing a long game. She realized that when she got dropped down to friend of the show, Melissa and Marge ain't want nothing to do with her. They have not called her to film anything yet. Not one scene. And they've been filming together the whole time with the new people. With the not the new people, but Rachel and Danielle or whatever. They filming with them, and they not filming with their girl. They not filming with their bestie. They not filming with somebody they were protecting against Teresa. They ain't called her for nothing yet. And Jackie finally caught on. And even Teresa told her, she was just like, she feels like she was being used by them. You know what I mean? And Jackie was just like, I just don't want to be involved in anybody's mess, but I do feel, I'm starting to feel a bit closer to you and Jen, because Jackie realizes that if she does not film with Teresa, she's not going to be on this show. And you all know that these ladies get paid per episode. So you only get paid due to what you were filming, what scenes or what episodes you were in. So I think she's playing the long game. She is getting herself in every scene and in every episode she can. And the only way to do that is film with who? Teresa. Now listen. My last video, it went, semi kind of viral on Twitter with the Housewives people. And there are a lot of people, what they call them, tree stumps or whatever. Let me tell you something. I am not a fan of anybody on any of these housewife shows. I was a fan of the Grand Dame until the incident. I got to see how the drunk driving incident plays out, because I can't be a fan of nobody that gets behind the wheel intoxicated. Just being honest, Grand Dame. That was the only housewife I really went up for. Other than that, I have just been watching these shows since I was like in college. I've been on this journey, especially with Teresa. I've been on this journey before her youngest was even born. So it's just like, it's nostalgia for me, and it's just a routine. I will not lose sleep if this show gets canceled. I don't follow these people. I don't know nothing about their lives outside of what they show on this show. I don't listen to none of their podcasts. I don't get none of their stuff. I don't buy this. I don't go to sign up to go see them in these places. That's a little too far for me. The only housewife that you will ever get me buying tickets for something that they're doing outside of the show is the Countess. Baby, I cannot wait to go to one of her cabaret shows. It seems like a good time. That's it. So that's why a lot of times when I'm reviewing these shows, my opinion changes episode to episode, because I don't have any loyalty to anybody. I'm just really analyzing and reviewing the episode as they air. So you might think that I'm a fan of this one. You might think that I'm a fan of this one. And then you'll be gagged when my opinion changes. So thank you all, the new people who are here. Thank you all for being here. But I am not a stan of anyone or a fan of anyone. So don't get upset if my opinion changes. I'm just saying I'm a neutral party with great observations who happens to be adorable and funny. Thank you for being here. So anyway, you cannot be in every scene if you are not with the star of the show. Jackie realizes that Teresa is the star of the show, because even scenes that Teresa is not in, she is still the subject. Say what you want. Her haters make her popular. The people who cannot stand her cannot stop talking about her. In every scene, this episode alone, her name was mentioned. You might not like her. You gotta respect her. Here is why. The people that you stand respect this woman. The people that you stand are obsessed with this woman. How do you not like this person? And every time a camera is in your face, you're talking about them. It's giving fan. It's giving fan. So Jackie finally wisened up, and now she got with the right team. She knows as long as she is hanging out with Teresa, she gonna have a fat check from Bravo. Smart woman. And Jackie and Melissa can say whatever they want to say. Y'all did not call that woman and tell her, hey, we're going to be filming here. You want to come? Hey, let's do a scene. We're getting our kids together. Y'all haven't done nothing like that for her. But Teresa always got her door open for Jackie. She's playing a long game. Good for her. Dolores. This is just embarrassing. So, in this episode, Dolores is talking to that man with them arch eyebrows and all that gel. She's talking to him about his divorce and when it's happening and what's going to happen after they get divorced. And she's just like, I didn't know that you would still be married. By this time I thought, when we moved in together, that you would finally, end your marriage and, wrap it up. And he's just like, so why are we even talking about that? Because you think that as soon as I get divorced, me and you are going to get together. And I'm like, Dolores, you too fine. I keep on telling you this. You too fine to be looking so stupid on TV. Like, I cannot believe every time we see you on this show, you are begging some mediocre man to take you seriously. Mama, you need to go to like a retreat, a confidence retreat or something, because this is very odd that every season your storyline is you begging a man to take you seriously. Girl, you got to look in the mirror and you got to realize who you are. You have to, every day, you have to get in that mirror and say, I'm the Black Dolores Cantina. I am finer than wine, thicker than a snicker. And maybe I need to go down to Patterson, New Jersey and grip me up a fine chocolate. We were not going to finish it. But I'm just saying, you have got to do better. This is just a sad storyline. And maybe you like are faking it and going along with it because you don't got nothing else to talk about. But honey, we have to wrap this up. This is embarrassing. Absolutely. You done got all that good work done for what? To have these mediocre men playing your face? Absolutely not, mama. Absolutely not. You have got to find something better, because this I can't have a man take me seriously. None of these men want to put a ring on me, a ring on my finger. This storyline is bananas. BANANAS. You got to come back with something else. Bravo not going to bring you back with this storyline. You need to come back with something different, or you're going to be gone with Melissa and Marge. You got to find something else to talk about, mama. This is embarrassing. I will say this about your man, right? I do like how he's not, how the Irishman doesn't get involved in a mess with the men. He stands his ground. He is who he is. But it's very weird to me that he don't want to marry you, but he wants to live with you. And now he wants to go into business with you. But he don't want to give you his last name. But you want to go into business with you? That's a bigger risk than a marriage. It's giving opportunists, Dolores. It's giving opportunists. Everybody looking at Louis when they should be looking at your man as well. Because what do you mean? He don't want to make you an honest woman, but he wants to make you his business partner. And he gonna say that's I'm going to do that, go into business with her, and that's going to let her know that I'm serious about us. What are you waiting for? You're old. Like, what woman at your big age is going to come after this? After this right here. Patterson, New Jersey's Sophia Loren. Who else is going to come better than this? Something. It's giving opportunists. It's giving opportunists. But you know what's this? You got to see it for yourself. You got to see it for yourself. Let's get into the foolishness of Rachel and John Fugazi. Teresa is better than me. Teresa, you better than me. Because ain't no way I would let that newbie and that parking attendant talk to me like that on my own show. Absolutely not. Rachel's husband is the main reason why she no longer has this Bravo check. Because he is keeping this beef going on with Teresa, and it just makes no sense, right? So Teresa contacts him and says, let's talk, because she wants to move forward, right? And John is just like, I'm not going to sit down with her unless she gives me an apology. Who the hell are you? Who the hell are you? Well, she got to give you an apology. If she don't, you're not going to move forward with her. Like, he's making all these demands like he's not a day player. And that's my problem with the men on the Real Housewives of New Jersey. I think because, a Bravo started to give them a few coins and pay them to be on this show, that now they think they housewives. Absolutely not. This is why I said the men on the show should be seen and not heard. Say it with me. The men on Housewives shows should be seen and not heard. They are an accessory to their wives at best. We don't need scenes with them. We don't even need to mic them fools up. This is not their show. This is the Real Housewives of New Jersey. We need to hear from the housewives. The house husbands need to be in the back making sauce, okay? They don't need to be in woman's business. And we have this problem on Jersey where they allow these men to start thinking that they are just as important as the wives. Absolutely not. This fool who we just met on this show has not even built a fan base, is talking about what's going to happen at the meeting with Teresa. Why are you so obsessed with this woman? Rachel, ain't that weird to you? That your man has these big issues with this woman. He's madder at Teresa than you. You don't think that's weird? You don't find that suspicious? Anyway, they sit down. Rachel can't even talk. The husband gets right into, you got to give me an apology for what you said about me. Because first of all, I want to let you know that the woman who you heard that from is a convicted felon and a meth addict. Absolutely not. That woman has never once appeared on this show. But Rachel and that parking attendant keep on telling her business. And that is your son's mother. Whether you like it or not, you chose her. You chose her. You raw dogged that woman and you produced that child, whether you like it or not. But every time y'all get a chance, y'all keep on throwing in that woman's face that she struggles with meth. I don't want to get in nobody's business, John, but how she get on meth? You know what? Let me mind my business. Because they said you was slinging rocks back in the day. But anyway, let me stop. Got a little too carried away. But anyway, so he starts talking about his son's mother, Jalen, his son's mother, her issues that she has. And Teresa says, oh, don't bring that up. Like, don't say that. Basically saying, don't talk about your son's mother's and her, addiction on camera. I did not think that was, I didn't read into any nastiness with that, but she was like, just don't say that. Don't say that. I thought that was right. I absolutely agreed. She's just like, don't talk about your son's mother. Rachel goes, Jalen's mother is right. Is it Jalen or Jaden? One of them Negro names. But she says, his mother is right here. She's right here. What? I don't like them. It's something not quite right with them. I don't like it. And I'm telling you, had they not introduced the adoption storyline last season and started telling Jaden or Jalen's mother, what? Is he biracial? Why would y'all give him that? If he's not, why would y'all get this white boy this biracial name? Because Jaden or Jaden, I think it's Jaden. That is a clearly biracial name, specifically white mom, black dad biracial name. Anyway, they had made him a storyline and his mother's addiction a storyline. I have always felt so uncomfortable with that. I felt the same way about the Real Housewives of Orange County and that white girl with the blonde bob and the big shoulders. I forget her name. I think it's Elizabeth. But she made her sister's meth addiction her storyline. And I was just like, this is why your sister does not talk to you. Because every time a camera is in your face, you're just like, oh, my sister is out there selling her coochie for meth. Why would you tell us this? Why would you tell millions of strangers your sister's issues? And here we have John and Rachel doing the same thing to this woman, his ex, the mother of his child, telling her business that she has never told the audience. I don't like it. It's something sinister about it. So anyway, Teresa tells him to do that. And the whole his mother is standing right here. Girl, sit down. Girl, sit down. Anyway, then he says, here's what's going to happen in this meeting. The day player who shouldn't even have a mic says, here's what's going to happen in this meeting. You're going to apologize to me for saying the things that you said about me. And if you don't want to apologize, then we can't move forward. Who in the hell are you? Teresa sat there too long, in my opinion. She sat there too long, in my opinion. So then she starts to over-explain herself to this day player. And he says, oh, you're not going to give me the apology? Well, I'm out. We're done here. Who are you? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is why this show is going on pause indefinitely, because absolutely not. This is not where this show is going to end. We're not going to go from prostitution whore to this. Absolutely not. So he gets up and leaves. Teresa is sitting there talking to herself, because I don't know what drugs they had Louis on, but he sat there turning redder and redder by the second. He was giving tomato, right? But he was on mute. I'm like, your woman, your wife is getting disrespected and dragged by this man, and you're sitting there not saying anything. Then when John and Rachel walk off, he stands up and goes, what you laughing for? Why didn't you defend your wife? Why did you just sit there and not say anything? The minute he started talking crazy to Teresa, you should have sat up and said, either you're going to respect my wife or we're going to leave. Why are you letting them leave the table when they disrespected you? Teresa, I can't believe it, but I miss Joe Giudice. Let me tell you something. Say whatever you want about Juicy Joe. He would never let nobody talk to Teresa like that. Absolutely not. Now, he might get her involved in some insurance fraud or some tax evasion, but he won't let you disrespect her. Absolutely not. I miss Juicy. I know he was probably watching this scene fuming. I miss me some Juicy. Anyway, that's where that episode ended. I am not looking forward to Rachel and John acting like they run this show. They feel like they're the new Gorgas. That's what it's giving. It's giving that Rachel and John are the new Gorgas. And you know what needs to happen? Melissa, you and that tiny horny man, y'all need to clock in. And y'all need to put Rachel and John in their place. Y'all need to be like, oh no, we're the only one who's going to beef with Teresa like this, not you. But y'all so nasty and petty, y'all not even looking at the fact that these two people that you were in cahoots with are trying to replace you. Wake up. That's all I have to say. What do you guys have to say? Let's get into it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Get it. Get it. My baby. NC said, I can't believe little Adriana, who we watched Treat give birth to in season 2, is grown and in high school now. I feel so old, right? Y'all remember the way Teresa was screaming? Oh my goodness. It went from her being like, to then Dina walking in. We've been on this journey for so long. We have watched that woman's whole life. I get you not being a fan of her, but y'all can't say she ain't deliver. Y'all can't say she did not deliver. Paula Girl said also the double standard of saying Jackie cannot make amends with Tree. Meantime, Marge and Melissa have made nice with Danielle. Okay, they hated her last season. Melissa is coddling to Jen A. They're all doing this because they want to isolate Teresa, and that's the issue I had with Marge and Melissa. That's it. That's it. I feel like they came on this show wanting to get her off and like isolate her, and when it doesn't work, they try it again. I'm like, just move on. It's not working. I feel like the only one who has a justified beef with Teresa is Marge. Because Marge and Teresa were friends until Marge saw that clip at the reunion of Teresa telling Danielle to pull her ponytail. And let me tell you something. Teresa is the star of the show. I said it and I meant it. I'm here to represent it. It's the truth. Anyhow, right? She is the star of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. But I'm on Marge with this one. Me and that heifer will never be friends. You co-conspired with someone to jump me? You had somebody pull my drawstring ponytail off my head and try to beat me up at my job? Oh, me and her would never be friends. Me and her would never be friends. But Marge, You decided to move forward with Teresa. Here's the thing. She decided to move forward with Teresa, but she never really forgave her. She never really forgave her for what she did to her. Marge should have been like, listen, we can move forward and we can be co-workers, but what you did to me, I will never forgive you for that. That would make sense. That would make sense. But you cannot say that you forgive her and you want to move forward with her and then undo all of the work that you guys have did to become friends again and try to justify it, because now you look like you're in the wrong because you decided to drop it and become friends again. But you should not have done that because you were still hurt by how she betrayed you. And I get it. You shouldn't have made up with her. Days Inset, I am here because you are biased when it comes to the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Oh, you mean I'm not biased? Thank you. You're the only one who makes sense. Thank you so much. I try. Oh, I have to go to her cabaret. One of my really good friends went to her cabaret out here in LA. He was like, it was such a drunken mess. One of the best shows I've ever seen. I want to see her for the holidays in New York City. I have to. Poliver Girl said 100. Yes, people are like, Jackie is thirsty. You bet your bottom dollar she is. This is a job. Yep. They're all thirsty. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, Sean. Greasy as hell, but thank you. Simply Simone said the industry is truly on its last legs. To be getting the highest numbers of all streaming services last month tells it all. Yeah, because this is what happens. When we are financially crunched, you start looking at all of your luxuries, right? The nails, the eyebrows, the lash girls are crying on Instagram because ain't nobody going to them no more. Listen, when money is bountiful, you start doing, you doing a little extra. When that money is tight, you start going to the movies. You all of a sudden become a nail tech. You all of a sudden figure out how to do them lashes. You all of a sudden become a licensed esthetician to start doing your own skincare. You all of a sudden know how get the bright idea to start learning how to do box braids because you are financially crunched. So you take out a lot of things. And one of the things that there's a luxury to a lot of us is streaming services, right? You get rid of them streaming services and you keep the ones that are free. Freevee and Tubi. They're going to take off because they're free and no ads. And they still have really good quality shows on there. And I'm not surprised that Tubi is doing great. I am not surprised. That damn Rupert Murdoch, he's a smart businessman. He is a smart businessman. Give Me Shelter said, Melissa brings nothing but encouraging her husband to fight with her sister. She don't like Teresa. She doesn't. And it's very hard for her to hide it, right? I don't know if she's ever liked her. I don't think that those two ever really were able to be close. And I honestly think Joe's the problem. I think that Joe in the beginning will tell Teresa one thing and Melissa another, right? Probably venting to his big sis about how this girl treats him. So Teresa goes into big sister mode and protects him, right? But he don't let Melissa know that he done told his sister some stuff about her, told her business, how she cheated on him, how, she took it for his money. Well, he was angry, right? Now he's no longer angry. And he's in a better place with his woman that now he wants to marry. But the big sister has an issue with that because of everything you told her. And that's what happens in every family. You tell your family about that thing that your partner did to you, you will move on. Your family won't. And I think that's what we're dealing with. Joe telling his big sister about all the issues he's had with his girlfriend at the time, girl he was dating, then girlfriend, and now wife. I think he was keeping a lot of that going. But when the show came on, he tried to act like Teresa was just crazy, like she just didn't like that girl. And she was saying early in the beginning, well, he told me this. He told me that. He was saying, I never said that. My sister just doesn't like her. You done told your sister some stuff. You decided to move on, and you probably elaborated and added to it so that you won't look like the bad guy in the situation. He's the problem. He is the problem. And if those two women finally figure out the reason why they don't like each other is because of little Super Mario, they will be able to move forward. All they have to do is sit down and compare stories. But both of them are going to protect him. They don't like each other because of him. Every time we have watched those two sit down and talk about the issues, oh no, my husband would never say that. Oh, my husband would, you're doing this to my husband. Oh, my brother would never say that. My brother would never do that. I'm just like, no, your brother did. Your husband did. He is the problem. That's why y'all can never work together. That's why y'all can never move forward, because y'all are constantly believing a man who was a natural born lie. It's in them to lie. They don't know no truth. They lie to the Lord. Why wouldn't they lie to you? Child. She's so miserable. It's so sad. Marge was the funny friend. She was supposed to be funny. When her and Teresa fell apart and she decided to create her own clique and, get her clique of rabid dogs to take Teresa out, she just wasn't enjoyable anymore. She wasn't good TV. It was just like, Marge, you got to play your position. You're not a rival to Teresa. You're the funny friend that wants to get everybody together. You're the fun, kooky friend that likes to travel. You were supposed to be the Samantha of the show, right? You were supposed to be the one that was dipping and doing it and made poor decisions, but you're funny and fun, so nobody cares. She abandoned that role to be Teresa's rival, and it does not work on a show that is built around Teresa. They are never going to build the show around you when Teresa has kept them going for this long. She's the horse that they're always going to bet on. Always going to be her. She's the golden calf, mama, not you. And if y'all were okay with it, y'all will still have this check. Give Me Shelter said Dolores needs to go. She's not a Finch straddler. She likes Margaret and is just as mean as she is. What she helped do to Dina, yeah, just on the basis of that. Nobody brings that up though. Because of Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams said when the first time she saw Dolores, she thought that she was black. And it just became like a running joke. Right? And as a black woman, I can't believe I'm saying that, but I'm just like, girl, you got to go where you're loved. Give Me Shelter said that man has been separated for 10 years and he will never divorce his first wife. Why? We may never know. Is it because I think he doesn't want to pay her? He'd been separated for 10 years. He don't want to pay that alimony because that woman probably will never get married. It's probably more financially beneficial to the ex-wife, the soon-to-be ex, whatever it is, to not be married to him than it is to be married to him. It's like he wants to be Rachel. He wants to be a housewife. It's so crazy. Like, why are you doing all this talking? You are a husband, not a housewife. You're an accessory, not a lead. That's so crazy. CM said, Louis actually got Tree doing right. Let them look stupid. And baby, the fake fooders looked a mess. Because if Tree said, why'd you change your name after the arrest at 21, she'd be wrong. She probably knew about it, but just could not think about it. That's the thing. Teresa, she's not quick. She's not quick. Lovey said, I wish the show would go back to the woman actually being a housewife and we see your whole family along with the other trophy wives. Yeah, it was really, in the beginning, it was really about, Italian Americans and how, they have big families and, big voices and everything was family and food and culture. Then it got to this. I don't know how we got here, but I wish we wouldn't stay. Give Me Shelter said, John Fuda's wonky timeline mean his ex-girlfriend and mother of his older child was... What? So wait, you mean to tell me this 13-year-old was a meth drug ringleader? Get... Child, I told you. All they do is lie. NC said, can't stand the Fudas. First of all, they're too hypersensitive to be on reality TV. I agree. It's not that serious. Why are y'all so mad? Especially that husband. People are going to talk about you and bring up your past. Get over it. I absolutely agree. They take stuff too seriously. They stay calling that woman a crackhead. I'm like, stop telling her business. She is not on this show. That is so unfair. Jazzy Go said, Nikki, are you going to talk about Nicki Minaj We're Live? Miss Mama was in another world. Absolutely not, because I'm going to do what the Fudas didn't do, and I'm going to protect someone who is absolutely struggling with some form of addiction and going through right now. That video, I did not go looking for it. It was on my timeline. That video was absolutely disturbing and very, very sad. I pray that she gets the help that she needs, because regardless of how you feel about anyone, I would never want to see somebody like that. That was a very scary video. I'd absolutely wishing her the best. Dazen said, imagine having your baby naturally, then having some... I'm his mother. She's right here. Thank you. Ooh, nasty work. Nasty work. NC said, Juicy Joe had his shortcomings, but he would have never let not at all. He would have been fighting. They would have been tussling. Give Me Shelter said, Jaden's mom never agreed to be on the show. Absolutely. The Fudas will regret exploiting their son and their his mother's addiction when he gets older. He will resent them for sure. Absolutely. Let the mother get clean, and all of a sudden he's old enough and does not and is able to go see his mom outside of his father, right? Let's say he moves out. You know what I mean? He that's his mother. He wants to go spend time with her, and then he hears her side of the story. Then he starts to sympathize with her. Then he starts having beef with Rachel. You see what I'm saying? Stay out of that, girl. Stay out of that. Stay out of that. CM said Louis can't go in because it causes them to go in on Tree more and lie, causing her issues. Look how they lied at the reunion. I get it, but I was just like, you can't at least say, let's calm down and have a conversation. He needed to step in. Palaver Girl said, who is he? The Whoville, Rachel and John thought that they could, like, it was too much, in my opinion. They take this show too seriously. Y'all want to keep a beef going. We already have the Gorgas for that. We don't need you. We don't need you. He knew all their tea. And he told all their business. Anytime they wanted to talk about Teresa and say that she was this and that, Juicy Joe would be like, okay, but let's talk about you. Because if we keeping it buck, we were scamming together. You taught me how to scam. What? Don't let him get to talking. Don't let him get to talking. Give Me Shelter said the Fudas can't possibly think that tax fraud is more insidious than selling drugs to vulnerable people in their community. Ciao. I feel like they are just, it's like, I have not seen Teresa do anything to them on the show that warrants them being this angry still. It's giving storyline. It's giving storyline. Pace URL said, I hate how they are not addressing what happened to Jennifer Aiden at BravoCon when Joe Gorga assaulted her in the hotel, which is weird because they always break the fourth wall. So I don't know why they're not breaking it this time. NC said the Fudas are so combative. Yes, they claim Tree is the bully, yet they are the aggressors. And like I said, he's too sensitive. He's now threatening to sue bloggers who called him. Oh my goodness. Teresa knew that was a drawstring ponytail. That's why she told Danielle to pull it. I get Marge not ever talking to that lady ever again. But Marge, you messed up when you decided to move forward with her, when you weren't yet healed from how she embarrassed you. And I understand that. CM said, but Tree was right to tell Danielle to do that. Barge pushed Danielle's husband into the pool, taunted her about sexual assault, and dumped water on her. Barge got to hold herself accountable. No, I get that, right? But Teresa was not involved in that. And Danielle is a grown woman. She can handle herself. Teresa telling her to pull her ponytail, then all of a sudden acted innocent until the footage got exposed. No, Marge and Danielle is right to have a beef with her because all of a sudden Teresa turned on Danielle and she didn't want to be her friend anymore. Why? Didn't you tell her to get violent? That's not fair. Absolutely not. Jazzy Girl said, besides Ponygate, and Marge did a beautiful send-off for Tree's mom. Then Louis came after Marge's son and harassed him. Oh, yeah, I remember Teresa and Marge were good. So sad we'll never get to see that again. Give Me Shelter said Marge deserved that ponytail pull. Marge should have been suspended many times. Also, Marge poured water over Danielle's head after talking about Danielle's privates and earshot of her. Absolutely. Again, Teresa should have never been involved in that. And Danielle pushing and Marge pushing Danielle's husband into a pool. Guys, that gave storyline to me. I didn't believe that. That looked very fake. It looked like it was set up. It looked like he knew that he was going to get pushed in the pool. The reactions were not normal reactions. They were all really delayed. To me, that looked very produced. I didn't believe that. But the drink being poured on the head, oh, yes. Danielle should have pulled her ponytail without being coaxed by Teresa. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You see what I'm saying? You let go of those luxuries. Why do you think I got a curly bang? Well, I'm auditioning again. But you know what I mean? Like I would have had a sew-in. You got to cut them luxuries. You got to cut them luxuries. Jazzy Go said, honestly, if reality TV goes, are we going back to our scripted TV era? Oh, I hope so. This is what happens. When one thing goes, another boom comes up. So I think what's probably going to happen if reality TV goes, I think we're going to get a scripted boom, but it's going to be on the free services, right? Network television and Tubi and Freevee are going to have a huge moment. They're going to have a huge moment again. Sarah said, when I realized Tubi had actually good foreign films and older movies on there, oh yeah, it was over for Hulu and Netflix. Yep. Sabra said the picture was one of Britt Eady's insurance poster with a Photoshop. That I believe, because I saw a clip of it, but I didn't see the whole picture with a Photoshop penis. A YouTuber caught the image. The ad poster like someone drawing horns and a mustache on a photo. Oh, that I believe. Yeah, that probably went too far. Was it a dildo? Ciao. Yeah. CM said, Tree is truly done with Joe. Those court documents prove that Barge and Joe caused a lot of issues and safety concerns for her kids. Yeah. She believes that he was the reason why her husband got deported. She thinks that Joe and Melissa were snitches. And that's because that cousin, the one that looked like Rosie O'Donnell, told them that. Dazin said Tubi is too hood. I clicked on and then clicked out when I saw a movie called Beach Nut about the streets in Houston. See, but that's such good TV. Them B movies are the best. Let's get a couple more and then let's get out of here. Jazzy Girl said, I love Marge. She's the only one who puts Teresa in her place. I believe she can be funny and fun, but not a pushover. Tree is just not a good friend. She's always ungrateful. Well, she's very male-centered. That's her biggest downfall. She's always been so male-centered. Male-centered women can never be good friends to another woman. They can't. They're too male-centered. It'll never happen. I like Marge not being afraid of Teresa and being able to like go after her. That's just not her role on this show. She's supposed to be the Samantha of this show. She's supposed to be fun and sexy and free. This person she became, it's not a good look for her. She don't even dress up anymore. Remember, she used to be so cute. She doesn't get cute anymore. We always see her barefaced and them thin eyebrows, not even lashes. I'm like, Mark, put on some earrings. You used to have a bang. What's going on? NC said, Melissa forgets she doesn't have 3 girls. She has 1 girl, 2 boys. So when Gino and Joey wives start giving Antonia the business and coming in between them, then Melissa will finally get it. Ciao. Who knows? It was always given storyline to me. I never believed it. Paul Lover Girl said that's why Louis shut the F up, because Whoville Fuda would have initiated a physical fight. Tree said, let me handle him. I hope that's the case. Because I was just like, why are you so quiet? Day LA said they aren't bringing up the stuff with Jennifer because they want to protect Joe. I think he and okay. Every time somebody does not get checked the way y'all think he should get checked, y'all just like, oh, he's sleeping with Andy. Poor Andy. I don't even think he's a hoe like that. Paul Lover Girl said, even Tree apologized for the ponytail hair pull. She was wrong. As she should have. She absolutely should have. That was poor judgment. Poor judgment. You know what I mean. Give me shelter. Give me shelter says Samantha. Marge could never be Samantha. Marge out here pulling up her 10th. Oh, don't do that. But remember, she used to wear a piece. Marge used to be, guys, y'all have to go back to when Marge first got on the show. She was that girl. She was giving fashions. It was kooky and groovy. It was very groove is in the heart, but she was cute. I don't know what happened. Dazen said Joe Gorga and Melissa admitted that Joe told Marge and her husband to push Danielle's husband into the pool. It still looked very scripted to me. Hey, unapologetically, Romel, how are you? Thank you, Jazzy. I had fun. You guys are great. We're going to end with Simply Simone. Simply Simone said, oh, and just so you know, give me about 15 minutes and I'm going to put the timestamps in the description box of this video, in the comments, in the pinned comment of this video, and the description box. Simply Simone said, on the streaming front, I think Tubi and Peacock are going to survive. Oh, absolutely. Tubi picked up so many BIPOC shows that were canceled, and Peacock is adapting Black books via Malcolm D. Lee and Deborah Martin Chase. Absolutely. Here's what's going to survive. Peacock is going to survive because it has a powerhouse parent, which is NBC. Tubi is doing very well because they have a powerhouse parent, which is Fox. What does ABC have? I don't know if ABC has anything, but what's going to happen is a lot of these streaming services that doesn't have a parent powerhouse outside of Netflix, they're going to merge, and then a parent powerhouse is going to buy them. So we're going to go back to network TV while also having those streaming services under the big threes, and Fox as well. So we're going to have NBC, which has Peacock, ABC. I don't know what ABC has, but they're going to have one. I think they're probably, ABC has Disney Plus and Hulu, which are now bundled into one. So that's what ABC has. Then I don't think CBS has anything. The CBS have Paramount, but Paramount is about to merge with another one, or MGM. Something is going to happen there, but I think that's what's going to happen. We're going to have the big four. And each of them is going to have a streaming service. And I think the last man standing is going to be Netflix. And I think that's what we're going to have until Netflix phases out and gets bought by, or their content gets bought back by one of the big fours. But I think that is where we're going. We're not going to have all of these random streaming services anymore. They're all going to merge into one and basically become the reality TV chapters of the salacious reality TV shows of the big four networks. I think that's what we're going. Excuse me. I think that's where the industry is going. And, hopefully it will work. We will see. Yes, and she was fun. Remember, she was overdoing the Jersey accent. Oh, Teresa. Remember, it was like so much. It was so deep. Now she's like the accent, she's dropping it. She's just mad. She don't dress up anymore. It's just bare makeup, not even a earring, and a sundress. She wears a sundress no matter what season it is. What is going on? We got to get the old Marge back. We got to get the old Marge back. Jazzy Go, I know I said I was going to end with Sippy Simone, but y'all still talking. Jazzy Go said, "You're right. I've always loved Marge and Marge K's eclectic style. Me too. And I loved her relationship with her mother. She gives Betsy Johnson with a dash of Kate's fade. I love jumpsuit platforms and platinum blonde. Yeah, she was fine. She should. That incident with Teresa really broke her. Amazon merged with MGM. Oh, yes. I think they're going to be bought. Oh, okay. They have Paramount. Yeah. I'm telling you, they're all merging. Paramount, she about to be bought by somebody. She about to be bought by, oh, Disney's trying to get HBO Max. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So I don't think we'll ever go back to cable. I think we're going to go to streaming services, which is going to be cable. It's so confusing. It's so confusing. Give Me Shelter said, "Oh, before you go, if you can get a Paramount Plus login, they have this show called Couples Therapy. It's so good." I saw clips of that show. It seems far too intense for what I want to review. I need that just see, and like I also don't like watching stuff when it's like real people. It gives me intervention. I like reality TV because I know that these people are just like playing, clowning it up, right? When it's like real stuff, that breaks me. That breaks me because all those women on those shows are suffering on those episodes of Couple Therapy. They're suffering. I can't laugh at that stuff. The reality TV is where I stay because I know it's an exploitation. That I can take, right? I see y'all playing these characters and putting together storylines. That I will take. The real stuff, I can't do it. I cannot do it. Ryan Round said, even Xfinity is trying to sell you a streaming service bundle. Yeah, because they're all about the merge. This is what happens. The girls are broke. Everybody's losing money. The reason why they're losing money is because the 99% cannot afford the luxuries anymore. So these streaming services, there's too many of them. So they're all going to try to merge. They're all going to merge together and get bought by a parent company because the girls are broke. Before, when everybody had luxury to have all these streaming services, it was fine. But the girls don't have it anymore. So what they're going to do, they know that they're hemorrhaging money. They know that they're going to have to merge. They've already been in talks about a merger. But before they merge, they're going to squeeze as much money out of you as they can. It's all a money grab, and that's the problem. They're putting money over art when it should have been money and art merging together beautifully. But this is what happens when you have money guys running in entertainment industry. You need a money guy and you need somebody who knows entertainment to work together to make a successful industry. We don't have that right now. That's why the industry is going to implode and it's going to become something else. We don't know what it's going to be. Teen Mom, it's too depressing. It's not fun, especially now that one of them is like addicted to drugs and she was like at her daughter's party. I think her name is Amber. It's not fun. Like I gotta watch. I like Trainwreck TV because it's fun. Teen Mom is like a documentary. You are like following these women's very sad lives. It's not fun. It's not fun. I haven't watched that yet. Should I? Let me know. Jazzy Go said, I would absolutely love if you review the LGBT web series Chasing. We talked about that before. I love Chasing Atlanta. I've been watching Chasing since the first episode. Since the first episode where the audio was all over the place. I've watched every Chasing show. I just feel like as a straight woman, it's just not my place. I don't think that I could give I could add anything to it because it's like I'm a guest, and I just don't feel like my opinion would hold any weight or matter. And there's so many other, LGBTQ plus reviewers doing that, and I don't need to, take my straight behind and step into their business. So I'll just stay a fan. But I love those shows. Anyway, let me get out of here because I got to put these timestamps in. Oh, it's Friday. I don't know when we're going to talk about it, but it's this show on OWN, The Never Ever Mets. We have got to talk about it. I don't know when, but we have got to talk about it. Me and my mom, that is our favorite show right now. We are clocked in to the mess. We have got to talk about it at some point. But let me get out of here. Let me put my timestamps in. Thank you all for the super chats. Thank you all for joining me. I'm so sorry. I thought that it was Wednesday. I'll do better. I've been in LA for like a week now, so I think I'm adjusted. But we should be on track by next week. I love you. Oh, surviving Alaska and New Zealand? I'll check it out. I love you all. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you soon for something else. Oh, I got to finish Love Island too. There's so much stuff that I have to watch. Pray for me. My weekend is going to be busy.